gana debates que Samuel
¿Por qué estamos
Iba.
aquí? Porque amamos a Britney, la amamos.
We want free Britney!
And the
We want
conservatorship!
And the conservatorship.
She's my queen. Free
She
her.
deserves basic human
Free
rights!
her.
Free tacos. Human trafficking.
Ella debe demostrar que ella está capacitada mental.
A very dedicated bunch of supporters down here, and we are set to hear from Britney Spears in the next
Free
10
her.
minutes or so. She will be addressing the court directly for the very first time on this issue of her legal authority her father has had over her now for the past 13 years or so. And we're joined by one of her supporters here, Jake Onsay. How important is today?
Today is a huge deal for Britney Spears. She is finally able to speak after 13 years. As the New York Times revealed, Britney Spears has been wanting to get out of this conservatorship for 13 years. The corruption is undeniable. We need to investigate Lou M. Taylor, and we need to make sure that Britney Spears is free of her conservatorship entirely. No matter what she says today, the most important thing is that Britney Spears was denied due process in 2008. No matter what, the conservatorship is fraudulent from the start. Whether she wants it or not, it is fraudulent.
Yeah, so she certainly has a lot of supporters
Yes.
down here, very invested, very emotional
Yes.
about this case. Of course, the Free Britney hashtag, it has really spawned this moment. So now we're set to hear from Britney in the next 10 minutes or so. We'll have a much better idea, and we'll bring you further details of that when it happens, guys.
We love you! Free her!
Awesome. Thank you, everyone.
To kick things off, because tensions are high, we are going to set some intentions. So we have a special advocate who's been part of the movement for a long time, Ray.
Thank you. Everybody give it up for Kevin Wu. He's been out here on the ground, on the internet, advocating for the end of conservatorship abuse and to free our girl Britney. So my name is Ray Arias. You might know me on Instagram and Twitter as Karma Stoned. I am from Los Angeles, California, and I am here to calm our nerves and keep the vibes high with a little guided meditation. With all the pressure and nerves, it's important to feel grounded. Let's begin today's hearing with clear hearts and clear minds. The opposition loves to paint a picture that we are unstable, uneducated, and crazy conspiracy theorists. They want nothing more than to see division within the movement. We must never lose sight of the fact that we are all on the same team and here for the same goal and on the right side of history. We are here to free Britney and shine light on the corruption that happens within conservatorships. We will keep showing up until Britney has full autonomy over her body, career, finances, and family. Allow yourself to feel whatever emotions arise. Look around at everyone here today. You are never alone, and we are all in this together.
Yes.
Throughout all of this, I try to remember this Buddhist mantra. 3 things cannot be long hidden: the sun, the moon, and the truth. I don't care what anyone says or thinks. The Free Britney movement is comprised of the most kind, empathetic, artistic, and courageous group of individuals I have had the pleasure. Please don't ever let the world crush your empathetic spirit and your compassionate heart. Remember to always be gentle with yourself. Feel free to keep your eyes open or closed as we unite in breath and spirit. Deep breath in. Hold it. Exhale.
Predatory attorneys nationwide. There are approximately 1.5 million vulnerable adults under conservatorship guardianship in the country today. That number is growing at a rate of about 200,000 individuals every year. It consumes almost $300 billion of assets from vulnerable individuals. If you look at Britney, this guardianship has cost her roughly $4 million a year. She's a vibrant entertainer. She's a loving mother. She's very accountable. She doesn't need to be in a conservatorship, and the attorneys who are controlling her destiny want to keep her right there. We pray today that Britney speaks out, that Britney tells the judge, release me, let me go, because she deserves, like all of us in this crowd today, to live as a free American, to be encumbered with attorneys, predatory attorneys who control her life. Again, thanks to the Free Britney team, thanks for everything Kevin and others are doing, and most of all, thank you for all the young adults who've shown up today to be a part of this event and to continue to grow the numbers and put a face and put a voice on this scourge that needs to be eliminated from American society. Thank you.
Because the grave injustice has been done that needs to be corrected. My name is BJ Corville, and I am an attorney licensed to practice law in the state of New Jersey. I found out about this conservatorship last summer in July 2020. When I found out about it, I saw this conspiracy theory TikTok that said Britney Spears had no human rights. She couldn't go to the Starbucks if she wants to. Oh, Lord. She can't get in her car and go where she wants, and her custody has been affected by this. She can't go on vacations. She can't do the fundamental things that we as American citizens are supposed to be afforded as fundamental liberties. Traveling and sort of being able to associate with who she wants to. Britney Spears' constitutional rights were violated in February of 2008 whenever she was not allowed due process, the right to be heard, the right to hire her own attorney. She was appointed some guy that just works in this courthouse for his whole life. And clearly he has not been able to do a good enough job standing up to the evil, corrupt system that has imprisoned her. She is a prisoner. And it is time that we do have some reform in the system. But let me tell you one thing. It isn't going to change with reform. It's going to change with accountability. These lawyers break laws. They lie to judges. They lie in the court documents that they submit. These lawyers like to hold other lawyers' licenses over their heads. People like John Erdley, who did try to remove this case to the federal court, who now is no longer allowed to practice law. Why is it that people who are trying to fix these injustices are the ones whose licenses, like my own, are being held against us? And people who lie to the court, people who lie and submit fraudulent court documents to the court, they are not going to be held with their licenses. Recently, a party on the other side of this conservatorship reached out in some sinister ways to try to silence some of my activism, to try to make me not mention that person or that person's business. Well, let me tell you something right now, because I know you're watching. I will be saying everything you tried to do to me. And it is the case that the Free Britney movement is not about me, but it is about corruption. Amen. And it is about these corrupt lawyers and this corrupt system. Rita Gates, miraculously no longer a judge here, but she has a cushy job doing mediation for other people. No. Accountability is the only way that this is going to work. We can reform laws all day long, but these attorneys have shown they have no problem breaking laws. So let's start to hold them accountable, and let's start by making sure that no matter what Britney Spears says today, we remember what she has been saying for the last 8 to 10 years, that this is too controlling. Far too much control her dad has over her. She's being subjected to drug tests, but the conservators are not? How does that work? How does she get to pay the people that are keeping her in prison to give her drug tests, but they won't sit for one? How does that work? It should be a zero-way street, Rick, because she needs to be out of this conservatorship. That's all I have to say. Thank you, everybody.
Now! What do we want?
Free Britney!
When do we want it?
Now!
What do we want?
Free Britney!
When do we want it?
Now!
Hey, hey!
Ho ho!
The conservatorship has got to go! Hey, hey!
Ho ho! Conservatorship has got to go! Hey hey! Ho ho! The conservatorship has got to go! Hey hey! Ho ho! Conservatorship has got to go! Hey hey! Ho ho! Conservatorship has got to go! Hey hey! Ho ho! Conservatorship has got to go! Hey hey! Ho ho! Conservatorship has got to go! Hey hey! Ho ho! Conservatorship has got to go! Hey hey!
Conservatorship abuse!
And conservatorship abuse! And conservatorship abuse! And conservatorship abuse! And conservatorship abuse! And conservatorship abuse! And conservatorship abuse! And conservatorship abuse! And conservatorship abuse! Conservatorship has got to go! Hey hey! Ho ho! The conservatorship has got to go! Hey hey! Ho ho! Conservatorship has got to go! Hey hey! Ho ho! Conservatorship has got to go! Hey hey! Ho ho! Conservatorship has got to go! Hey hey! Ho ho! Conservatorship has got to go! Hey hey! Ho ho! Conservatorship has got to go! Hey hey! Ho ho! Conservatorship has got to go! Hey hey! Ho ho!
Pardon me. Do not ignore this. This is despicable. This is unethical. Give her her own attorney and give her life back. So, there's a man named Gladstone Jones that represents Britney's mother, Lynn. He said probably the most intelligent thing, which is number one, give Britney Spears her own attorney. Number two, let her decide what medical care treatment that she deserves and wants and approves of. Britney was not having it anymore. She is angry. Young people of the Free Britney movement, you have been right all along. This is real. You have succeeded in bringing to light one of the most despicable injustices that I have ever heard of in my entire career. Thank you, young people of the Free Britney movement. Your passion. What they are doing is illegal. Arrest them. And let me testify against them. I have the receipts. I've been waiting for 10 years to tell the story. It's disgusting.
So I'm really excited to see the future for Britney, and hopefully we'll be seeing some baby bumps from Britney soon or something. I don't know. Yeah. One step for mankind, a billion steps for Britney. We love it.
Thank you, Ellie.
Thank you. Oh my God.